Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for coming to the channel. Does CNN think we're stupid? Because Max Foster just said that Harry and Meghan never stated it was a car chase. And that they talked to the man or one of the bodyguards, and that the bodyguard said, no, we never went over 80 miles an hour. It was never a car chase. Everything was okay. It didn't last 2 hours. You just heard, this is Max Foster saying that Harry and Meghan said it was never a car chase. I'll read you their statement. According to the couple's account, the altercation with photographers was prolonged and risky. Last night, this is their official statement issued by CNN. Last night, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Miss Raglan were involved in a near catastrophic car chase. You are a liar, Max Foster. I'm calling you out. You lie. And you're now that everybody's trying to turn the narrative, oh, they didn't mean to say this. It was a pretty specific statement that they put out. And now it is my very humble opinion that the reason why they are changing the narrative is because Backgrid called them out. And basically Backgrid is saying to them, no, it was them who were driving recklessly. They were never going at 80 miles an hour, ever.
Understand now, Max, what happened? Is there can we say that there's a kind of a recognized, accepted version of events?
Well, I think to be fair to the Sussexes, they never said it was a high-speed car chase. And I spoke to one of their security detail yesterday on the phone afterwards. He used to be in the Secret Service. He said he's never been through anything like this, but he was saying that they were sticking to the rules of the road. They weren't trying to speed because they weren't trying to cause an added danger. The whole point is that around them, there was a lot of chaos.
There were only 4 paps altogether, 3 in a car and 1 on a scooter. Okay, they were not blocked by the paps. It was a garbage truck that blocked them, and then the police was not with them. If you look at the two police patrols that went by, they didn't go by with them. You can see that the taxi went in one direction and the police turned to the right in a different direction. So they were not with Harry and Meghan Markle. The police were trying to get to where they were going, probably to a real emergency. But this is what one of the paps said. The gentleman stated TMZ ran a story saying there was a 2-hour chase around Manhattan of photos desperately trying to get a photo of the twosome. That is fake news. He continued, we paparazzi are lazy. We don't waste 2 hours and have never done that before. The security was provoking us, saying we would get a shot outside. That was the lie, as they directed them to the garage. And then we complained as to why they lied. Then they took out their camera phones and started recording us, trying to capture us being rude for the documentary they were filming. This wasn't a high-speed chase. We got into our cars to go to the next spot, to wait outside to get our pictures. If they really felt this way, they could have driven to the police precinct or entered another garage. The reality was we were being used as extras for the documentary to create their cliffhanger Princess Diana moment. Okay? I mean, they go on to say the relentless pursuit lasting over 2 hours resulted in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 NYPD officers. Okay? So there was a car chase. Harry just said they issued a statement, not just any car chase. They were not being followed by paps. It was a catastrophic car chase. Okay.
I think it's important to sort of break down what that 2-hour chase was, because I think from when you read the statement, you assume it was some sort of Fast and the Furious situation in the middle of New York City, which we know crawls at snail's pace. And what I understand from speaking with their team and from sources, this was a pursuit that went on for 2 hours. It was sort of a game of cat and mouse with the paparazzi, who are desperate to get a shot, desperate to find out where they were staying, desperate to see if there was an after party or if they were with their children in New York. Those exclusive pictures are worth a huge amount of money. And so as they meandered and sort of weaved throughout the streets, their cars sometimes sat in traffic, surrounded by photographers on bikes and cars behind them. And then there were moments where the road was clear and the car went up to 80 miles an hour, trying to lose some of the people that were following them. And of course, as we heard, there was that desperate moment towards sort of the end of the sort of, or into that, close to that second hour.
I mean, you can even, I am absolutely baffled by Max Foster in CNN, because Max Foster is a liar. I thought he was a reputable reporter, but now he's saying, well, they never said it was a car chase. Dude, you reported on their statement. They meant to say this. The reason why it lasted 2 hours is because it took him 2 hours to get there. Yeah, because Harry was dicking around. And they were using the paps because if you remember on Netflix, they couldn't really produce paps. That's what this is happening. Remember on Netflix, they had one lonesome scooter driver that nobody got to see. So this time they made sure that they could film some paps following them. And they were taunting the paps. It wasn't the paps taunting them. It was them taunting the paps in order for the paps to keep them around them, first of all. They lied to the paps. They told them they were going to dinner when they were going to their own house or wherever they were staying, in order to have paps follow them. Because the paps were not following them. So they were feeding false information to the paps in order to have them follow them with the promise that they were going to eat dinner somewhere. So they would get pictures taken, but that was never the case. And then when the paps said, wait a minute, are you going to the restaurant or not? Then Harry started taking pictures and filming them. This is all for their documentary on Netflix because they have a second one coming. Yes, people, they have a second one coming. And this one is not going to be a documentary. This is reality TV for Harry and Meghan Markle. So they are taunting and calling the paps so they can have footage, actual footage of being followed by the paps. I mean, you can't make this thing up. This is how sick it is. And they got into a taxi to create more film. I mean, the fact that Harry is doing this, trying to recreate an event that killed his own mother, not wearing a seatbelt, claiming he's going at 80 miles, which is the speed that it's claimed Diana was going, Diana's driver was going when he crashed into the tunnel. Was the driver drunk too? The one that was driving them around? Was the driver drunk? I really do believe that the security company must be interviewed, because if they are engaging in this kind of behavior and setup that are actually putting real pedestrians' lives at risk, then they should be charged, because this is insanity. This is all being done for the new documentary that they're filming, the new reality show that they're filming. And Harry is a willing participant in all of this. It is sick. It is sick. Because they don't follow the security's advice. They tell the security how to guard them, especially Harry, who thinks he knows everything and he knows about security. So they did this whole thing of changing vehicles because, of course, Princess Diana changed vehicles. And they were going 80 miles an hour, and we run over cans. And the only ones running over cans were them. And I do hope that the Backgrid things put out those videos to show that they are lying, that they're the ones who are running over. They're the ones who are endangering other people's lives just for a documentary. Just to create footage for a documentary. I really do believe that Harry and Meghan should be charged, because this is insane. What do you guys think? Please let me know.